This video content is not intended for children.
Welcome back to Realistic Fishing. Well, if you saw my last episode, you know that I recently picked up a late 90s Shimano Curado CU-200. When I was a teenager and getting into bass fishing, this was the top of the line right here. Now that I'm older and I have $50 to spend on something I longed for in my childhood, I am more than happy to get it. I took it out for a test run in my last video, and it was a little bit loud, a little bit screechy. When I would bomb a cast way out there, when that spool got to top speed, it would almost whine. Anyway, I got bearings on order, but I just can't wait. I'm going to see if I can get this open and oil the bearings and see if that makes a difference. I got a few comments and a few suggestions from people that I should try that first. Then if that doesn't work, then replace them. Let's see if I can get this thing open. It's got a little side plate here. So easy to remove that side plate. Kind of has this screw assembly. And what do we have here? That's one of the bearings right there. So we got one bearing in the side plate assembly. The next thing I see inside is a centrifugal brake. Right, so you move these little pegs upward and outward or down or towards the center. And when you mess with those, that changes how fast the spool can spin. So, with any luck, I can just lift this out of here, and on the other side should be the other bearing. Modern conveniences. Alright, so the bearing's not in here, but it is right here. Here's the other bearing right there. I see a little bit of dirty buildup on this pin coming out of the spool right here. I need to get a napkin. I'll be right back. There we go. I don't know why I didn't have this before I began, but I have it now, and I'm just going to wipe this dirty oil off of here. It's got a little bit of dirt and grease built up on this shaft. Pretty sure that should just be clean and oily. No dirt buildup on there. The bearings look fairly clean. I guess there's no way for me to tell how oily or how dry they are. All I'm going to do is add a drop of oil to each one after I wipe off any excess buildup. So here I have H2O Express Real Oil. I picked this up last year sometime, I think, for a couple bucks on clearance. We're just going to put one drop on each bearing. That's it. It's a small bearing. Just one drop looks like a little too much. Hopefully it can seep in. We're going to do the same thing here. One drop. I'm also going to do one drop on the top of this long pin. And literally, that's it. 3 drops of oil. We're going to see if that makes a difference. Now let's see if I can carefully drop this spool right back in here. Oh man, some of the line came off the spool out the side plate. That will definitely not work. Let's try that again. Let's wind this line back on here. Got to be fast with that. Alright, there we go. Let's put this side plate back on. That was a lot easier than I thought. And there we go. I guess the only way to know if it actually makes a difference is to go try it. It's raining outside, but I still want to see what this can do. You think 3 small drops of oil will make a difference? Let's go find out. Well, I'm out here with the Shimano Curado again, and before I take it apart and replace the bearings, I thought I'd just put a little oil on them and see if that helps. We're out here for a quick test. It's raining. Hopefully I can get a bonus fish. Let's see. I'm out here with my favorite shad imitating bait, Strike King red-eyed shad. I'm out here to primarily listen to the reel. It was getting a little screechy on some casts. Hopefully the oil will make a difference. Hey, first cast was a bit quieter, but it's too early to say it was a success. Need to get about 10 casts in, then I'll say there's a difference. Still have a bit of gear noise when I'm reeling it in, but so far the casting is smoother. Pretty good. I can't believe just adding a drop of oil on each bearing made that much of a difference. We gotta keep going though, see if it's legit. The water's cold, it's probably in the 40s. But there might be a fish around, a bass, striper, something. Anyway, let's try over here. Tangled up. Oh, I got a shad. Hey, look at that. The very fish I'm imitating. Well, technically, I didn't get skunked. Here's what I'm using. That's what's out here. Hopefully I can catch something that's chasing them. If there is anything chasing them. And hopefully not a cormorant. That would be the worst. Luckily, I haven't caught too many birds. I don't know if I've ever caught a bird. Was that a bird or a fish? I heard a splash out there somewhere. I have a feeling there's fish in here. They're probably schooled up on specific balls of shad though, and I don't know where that is. You know, it's a lot quieter. Still curious to see how long that lasts. Just adding that drip of oil seems to have helped quiet it down. Oh, hooked another shad. Yeah, I'm in the right place. I mean, my bait is definitely matching the hatch. Do I have another shad? I sure do. Alright, well, I found the school of shad. If only there was something out there chasing them. as expected, I didn't catch any game fish. I did catch a few shad, but more importantly, the reel seems to have quieted down. Maybe all I needed was a little bit of oil. We'll see how it's doing in a few more trips, but for now, the oil seems to have worked. Thanks for watching Realistic Fishing. Keep it realistic.